Happy Tuesday evening, guys. Guess what I've got for you tonight, and have not had it for a while. Some Lady Vols news. Oh yeah, Lady Vols news has been there's not been much of it for a bit. There just hasn't, and I've looked for it. I've not found much. Sitting around today, all of a sudden it pops up. Kim Caldwell and staff have added their fifth signee from the transfer portal, and I will pull it up right here with you because so just getting into it here. So let me pull it up here. That way we can look at it together. So here you go. And I've got to pronounce the name right. So it is pronounced Rappalucci Iodale. Okay. She's a 6'1" forward. She played for Pitt last season. She played in all 32 games, started 15 of them for Pitt. It says here and I'm just kind of going by what they've got on utsports.com. Photo credit utsports.com, information coming utsports.com as well. So Iodale, she is the fifth signee from the portal. Their first two, they got, of course, Alyssa Latham from Syracuse, Lazaria Spearman from Miami. They got Samara Spencer from Arkansas, and then they got Ruby Whitehorn from Clemson. This is their fifth signee, and by my calculations, they had about 2 spots left on it. So theoretically, they could add one more. I don't know that they will or not. So it says that Kim Caldwell announced that she'd received an SEC grant aid and financial aid agreement from Rappalucci Iodale. So that means she's coming in. So what did she do at Pitt? So let's get into that. Again, a lot of this I'm pulling from UT Sports. So in her only season, I know before going to Pitt, said she was a third-team junior college All-American last season at Pitt. She was 4.7 points, 6.2 rebounds. She shot 46.4% from the field in about 17.7 minutes per game. And says she was only one of 4 players to see action in every game for Pitt. She was second on the squad in rebounding, second in field goal percentage, third in block shots, fourth in steals, sixth in scoring. And that being with just 17.7 minutes averaged per game. It said she started the last 4 games of the season, 5.2 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and shot 50% from the field, 78% at the free throw line, which is pretty good. And it said, respectively, she grabbed 11 and 12 rebounds in her last 2 matchups. So, and then here's a little more information prior arriving at Pitt. I talked about that a minute ago. Actually, I was wrong. She was second team junior college. I'd seen something a little bit ago said she was third team, actually. So, put up some pretty good numbers in junior college before going to Pitt. So again, this is your fifth signee that Kim Caldwell and staff have added from the portal. It looks like somebody else who can rebound, somebody who shoots a pretty high percentage, and somebody who can do a little bit of scoring as well. This is a pretty good group of players that Kim Caldwell and this staff have added to this team. You add it with Jewel Spear, you add it with Hollingshed, you add it with the rest of these ladies that are coming back. I wouldn't sleep on the Lady Vols. I would not sleep on the Lady Vols. If Kim Caldwell does what we think she can do, her and her staff, I think it'll be a pretty solid season. I think there's some teams that they better not take the Lady Vols lightly. As again, adding this fifth signee. By my calculations, again, and I may be wrong on this, maybe they have more spots available than I'm thinking, but I'm thinking with this, they only have about 1 spot available. And I think it'll be similar to Rick Barnes and the basketball team. I won't be surprised if Barnes adds another kind of late bloomer, late signee to his class, but I don't expect him to add 2. It's kind of the same here. With this fifth signee, I don't expect them to add another one because you're getting into it where Kim Caldwell does like to play a lot of minutes. A lot of players, numerous minutes. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. It looks to me like this is 5, and what I like, it's 5 Power 5 transfers. Spearman come from Miami, Latham, Syracuse, Spencer, Arkansas, Whitehorn, Clemson, and now Iodale Pitt. That's pretty solid, guys. That's pretty solid adding from 5 Power 5 teams like that. I like what Kim Caldwell's doing. I like what this staff is doing. Um, I don't know who they've missed on. There's just not been a lot of info out there. I don't know if it's tight-lipped. I don't know if anybody just doesn't have it or what, but I had seen nothing of this visit or anything up to this point. Just sprung up. Lady Vols Twitter or X, if you want to call it, announces the signing. Not, I almost said signee. I got in between on it. They announced the signing of it this afternoon, and so just not a lot of info out there now. But y'all continue to bring anything we have. Get more into. There has been some targets out there who's received offers from them. I've just not spent the time on that because it's so early in the process. But with baseball ending no later than Monday, barring weather, there's going to be a shift in what goes on the channel, whether it's football, whether it's more into basketball recruiting, and where they're at, because I've been heavily focused on baseball here recently. But there's just some Lady Vols news. That's some good news. Another good signee. And, I think this has got to put the Lady Vols with one of the top portal classes in all of college basketball. There's been some good ones. I would say they're top 5. I think they have to be top 5 on what they've done. They'll be exciting to watch this year. It'll be a lot of fun. But like I said, I'll bring any more info on that. We know Tennessee's opponent for tomorrow in the College World Series. It is Florida State. I don't think there's much. I started to do a video on it tonight. I don't think there's much more to say on it. I'm fired up about it because there's 2 narratives with it. One, poor Florida State, they were screwed in the first game. The second narrative is the one I'm going to play here. You're telling a Tennessee team they didn't deserve to win that game. Let's come out and prove a point tomorrow. Let's leave no doubt on it. This is who I wanted. A lot of people scared out there won North Carolina. Give me Florida State tomorrow. Let's end it. No doubt. Let's move on to the championship series this weekend. I'm wrapping up on that one. Make sure you like this thing. You share it. If you have not already, and you listen to the content, you like the content, but you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to give a thanks, give that super thanks down the bottom right-hand corner as well. Live show, Tennessee's baseball game has been moved back to 3 o'clock tomorrow. So probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, I will be live with you. And hopefully we won't have to worry about Thursday. Hopefully that will end that series, and Tennessee will be on to Saturday in the championship series. But my name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel coming at you. And you know the drill. Last but most certainly not least, go Vols and go Lady Vols.